I'm Norman Carter, owner of the Women's Flag Football Network Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to promoting women's flag football around the world. So thanks for joining in. I wanted to ask you guys, if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please look for Women's Flag Football Network on YouTube and subscribe to our page. We have all of our shows on the page, so you can check them out. And also go to our website, womensffn.com. All of our social media pages are womensffn.com. And then we encourage you to become members of the Women's Flag Football Network. Membership is only $15 a year, and every dollar you send in to help us goes towards women's flag football. We're going to go ahead and get ready to bring our guest in, who is inviting herself, and I need to make sure I hit it right. Sorry for my fingers all on the screen. But for some reason, I didn't hit the right button. So, let's try it again. I'll tell you what, Wendy, Wendy, go ahead and send your invite one more time, and then I'll go ahead. There we go. Thank you. And add as a guest. And while we're waiting for Wendy to join, I want everybody to see our white football with our logo on it. We are partnered up with the white football. And so we've got our white football with the logo on it. They are also the official football on the USFTL Nationals this year. And they're going to be the official football for the Women's International Tournament of Champions in Las Vegas in April 2018. And there she is. Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
Hey.
All right, glad you could join us. All right, so we have Wendy Anderson, who's a player and like team lead and team mom of tight ends out of Southern Oregon, one of our member teams, and also a WITC legacy team. So welcome her onto the show. And Wendy, just want to get started. So tell us a little bit about yourself first. What got you into women's flag football?
Oh gosh. Okay. I think I just started as a mom watching my kids play, watching my boys play football all growing up, and I just always loved it. And then a coworker of mine, I don't know, probably 5-6 years ago, was like, "Oh, you probably like sports. You want to play football? But there's this co-ed thing happening." So I joined a co-ed league a couple years ago, and then another co-ed league popped up, and then from the co-ed league they said, "Hey, we're going to do a women's league." And I remember Trish says, "Wendy, you should captain a team. You should just create a team." And I was like, okay. So I just started it from there and just grabbed girls and tried to form a team.
You know, it's funny. It's like I tell some of my other guests, that's how most women teams start. I mean, it's just how it happens. So when exactly did tight ends get started? How many years ago was it? You said a couple of years?
I think it's been 3 years.
Okay, good deal. And how many of your original players are still with you?
Honestly, we just were discussing that this last week, and there's only 2 of our original players still on.
Who are they?
Just 2 of us. But we've had several that have been here for about 2 years. Okay. So and then several more who have been here for about 1 year.
Who are your original players that are still there?
The original is Stephanie Mendoza. Stephanie and I are the originals. And then it wasn't too far after that Linda joined us. Brandy and JC, the twins, joined us together with Linda. And a little bit after the twins joined us, they pulled on my favorite and yours, Oriana.
Oriana!
I know. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, cool beans. So talk a little bit about your record, because a lot of people don't know about the tight ends here on the East Coast. They don't know about how you guys are dominating out there. So talk a little bit about your record and what you guys have been accomplishing over the last couple of years.
I'd say we kind of got on a winning streak in 2016, and we won what's called Freedom Bowl, and that is a summertime tournament that we've done the past couple years. So we won that, and then there was one in Portland around December of 16. We won that. Those are 8-on-8. And then we also won Fall Brawl in 2016, 5-on-5. And then 2016, we also won the Maximus Northwest Championship in 2016, and then we just actually repeated that this last weekend. So that was really exciting to be like two-time champs. So it wasn't just a fluke. Like we're still winning. We're still doing our thing.
Right, cool. Didn't you guys win the Snow Bowl as well?
We won Snow Bowl in 2017. Yes,
Okay.
2017.
Okay.
Last year we won Snow Bowl. We won eight. We did 8-on-8 and 5-on-5, and we won and went undefeated in 8-on-8 and 5-on-5 for Snow Bowl last year.
Good deal. Good. I just didn't want to miss out on these things because people don't realize you guys are winning tournament after tournament after tournament, and you're getting in every tournament that's in your area and dominating, or at least the ones that they let you get in. We'll leave that alone.
Right. Yeah, we played in Seattle in August for the Battle Seattle, and we won that tournament as well.
Good deal. Good deal. And you guys did hear me mention that she's a WITC legacy team. So we only have champions. We like having champions in our group here. So talk about your coaching staff.
Well, we have Titan's been with us the longest. He started maybe our second year. He came on and joined us. He's been with us ever since. He's what I love the most about Titan is that he does not just look for a superstar. He looks for someone that wants to play, someone that has heart, someone that comes to practice. He always says, I could teach anybody anything. So we're not cherry picking and finding the super athletes. We're finding like the regular girls that are interested in football. So I love that he just wants to teach, and anyone that wants to learn and put in the work, he will teach them. And he just has all the confidence in the world in all of us girls. And anyone, if you want to work out extra, if you have this day or this time, he'll go out and he'll work with whoever on whatever they want to learn. So that's really awesome. And then we also have David, who's the boyfriend of Linda, who's been with us for a good while too. And he just kind of comes on and he kind of assists Titan in whatever area we kind of need. Sometimes he does defense. Lately, he's kind of started helping more with offense. So it just kind of keeps us fresh and gives us, different things to work on, different perspectives, different coaches. So that's been fun.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, so first of all, tell us about your experience at WITC 2017, because you got to be a part of the other teams on the West Coast and got to meet the teams on the East Coast, and tell me how that affected your team, and tell me a little bit about your experience with that.
Well, it was definitely an eye-opener because, like I said, we've been pretty successful here on the West Coast, and this is a whole different ball game when we play you guys from the East Coast. Like, it was really, it was a real eye-opener for us. Like, we have a lot of work to do. Like, we're not there yet. Just such tough competition from you guys, and just, I don't know, it was just so fun. Like those girls that you guys bring, they just have so much sauce and so much athleticism, and they're just like, we just were like in awe. We were just in awe of just how tough and how fun and how just good at football they were, So they gave us something to strive for. Like, cool that we're doing so good on the West Coast, but we need to beat some East Coast teams. Like, it gave us like an additional fire. Like, we have work to do. Like, don't get cocky because we're not there yet.
Well, that was so much a part of what I was trying to accomplish, and I'm really glad it worked. I got the similar feedback from other teams, but I really wanted, not to say that the East is all that and the West isn't or whatever, but I wanted the West to see more competition, and Northwest as well as you guys in the Northwest, but to see more competition and to become a lot more serious about women's flag, because that's the only way we can make it better is by having that kind of competition. And then, you come back and say, okay, look, next year we're not going to get beat like we got beat this year, and come back stronger, and you know what to strive for. Because if you're in an area where you just continue dominating people, you're not really getting better. And so if you get the opportunity to play against teams that are, experienced, like the teams you guys played with, a lot of those players have been playing for 20 years. And some of them, 50, and on the same team. We talk about Lady Cougars. That squad's been together for almost 20 years. Lady Elite, they've been together for a long time for the start. So, those teams have been playing for a long time together and been doing this week in, week out, 2 seasons a year and tournaments during the summer. So, it got you guys an opportunity to see, some of the teams that take it real serious. And we got to see that you guys take it serious too. So I loved it, and I'm looking so much forward to it again this April. I'm glad you're back on board again with tight ends. We look so forward to seeing you And I just want to personally throw out there, and I try to let you guys know on your page. I really appreciate what you guys do. You continue to play. You continue to go to tournaments. You continue to remain relevant, and that's going to be big in the long run for women's flag football, because when teams want to start up somewhere, they'll have, if they're up in the Northwest, they'll say, okay, hey, well, let's find tight ends. They'll have reference points to see teams that are doing it and trying to keep it going. So I really, really love what you guys are doing out there. And I really love what you individually are doing for your team. So
Thank you.
last question before I let you go and before I let you get some shout outs. What does the future hold for tight ends in flag football?
Oh my gosh. I just hope the sky's the limit for us. Like our group is dedicated, and I love that we just kind of keep building. We got some fresh new players that are super excited. And I just want to keep going as far as we can. I feel like that's what you said is the teams that have been together the longest. That's why, where we are, we're only 3 years in, but we're one of the longest standing consistent teams. And that's where our success is coming from, that we stay together, we work together. And that's what you're saying. Your teams out there have been together 10 plus years. Like, I hope we're sitting here on the couch talking in 10 years. And I'm saying, we've been here for 10 years and now I'm 50 something. It's amazing. So, that's the key, I think, is to stay together and, keep enjoying each other, keep enjoying the sport, keep enjoying all the ladies that play, and building each other up, here and on the East Coast, and just making friends and enjoying it. It's fun. It's awesome. It's an amazing thing to do, and I want to keep doing it as long as I possibly can.
Good deal, good deal. Like I said, I was shocked to find out how experienced you were a couple of weeks ago. So, but great, and yeah, definitely, just like you said, we want to be able. 10 years from now, I really want this tournament to be, almost a reunion, so to speak, for the legacy teams, as well as just something big. We want this to be, the biggest tournament where teams get to play teams that they'll never see except for in April in Las Vegas. And we're going to continue to push that agenda. Whether you know it or not, we're basically doubling the amount of teams that we had last year. And we're still able to, because of where the teams are coming from, we're still able to guarantee that you'll be playing teams on Saturday that you've never played before. And, that's a big part of what I wanted this tournament to continue to be, because here on the East Coast, these guys see each other all the time. And I know you out in the Northwest, you see each other all the time. And on West Coast, they see each other all the time. So, I want that to be the one thing. You come in on Saturday, and you're going to get 3 games against teams you've never played before. And your fourth one could be just depending on the seeding, but definitely 3 games against teams you never played before. And we're also breaking out into 2 divisions this time. So depending on how everybody fares on Saturday, we're going to break out. We're going to have a pro division and a rec division, so to speak. So we'll have 2 champions for our 2nd annual Women's International Tournament of Champions. So it's really expanding, really excited about it. We're trying to add the 7-on-7 division out there as well. And we'll find out next month if we're able to do 5-on-5 as well. If I can get enough teams participating, we're going to have it in. So we're trying to grow and keep the same philosophy in which teams get to play teams they've never played before. So, and, a lot of this is really because of what you're doing, and a lot of the other teams out there are doing to stay relevant and continue to push the sport. So thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to talk about, you did just win a tournament last weekend. Did we even talk about that?
Well, a little. Yeah, we won the Maximus Northwest Championship. And I said something on Facebook because I've been going to that tournament actually for 5 years. And the first 2 years I went was as a spectator to watch the men play because I so loved the sport. And so 3 years ago, I got to go as a player. The tight ends went. We didn't win. We got, I don't know, 4th out of 6 teams maybe 3 years ago when we went. So last year we went and we won. And that was like amazing. And then we went again this year and won it again. And so, like, for me personally, to go from someone that went out to support the guys doing their thing, to go out to getting to play, and then to go out and winning, and then go out and winning, it's just like, it just makes me want to tear up because it's amazing. Like, I love my teammates that they come out there with me, and that I'm not just a spectator watching men play the sport. I'm a woman with an amazing team winning the tournament. So that just like means so much to me.
Right. That is so cool. And I know Randy Styles is working hard to continue to grow the women's division in his tournament out there. So great job. I also want to acknowledge that Trisha Wall's on. And if you guys don't know Trisha does a great job out there in supporting and promoting women's football as well as flag football. She's doing both as far as tackle and flag. So thanks for joining the show, Trisha. But hey, I'm so glad to have you on. Thanks for taking some time out and joining my show. You know I love you to death, and
Yes.
can't wait to see you in April.
Yes, and shout out to Trish, because like I said in the beginning, Trish is the one that asked me to start a team as it is, and if it wasn't for Trish and Nick starting it and believing in women, none of this would be happening.
Right.
So Trish and Nick definitely gave us the platform to start, and they give us the platform to keep playing and keep getting better. So I am amazed that they were able to start this from nothing.
Yep, good deal. And Nick may be bringing his. He said he's going to be bringing his team to the WITC 2018 Domination. So we'll give him a shout out. Hope to see him out there. So that'd be cool. We'll have another team out there from the state. So good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a great night, Wendy. Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about nationals coming up here in Sarasota. I want to go over a few things about registration. First of all, tonight is the early registration deadline. So you want to make sure you got your teams registered and paid for so you're not included or get a $50 late charge for your teams. We are going to have a record number of teams. We already have over 50 women's teams registered. Now they're not all paid for yet. So everybody's got to get in there and pay, but they're registered. So that means we got 50 teams that look like they're interested in being out there. And we'll have the final count, by next Monday, because the registration deadline is Monday. So next week on our show, we'll be talking about the teams that are participating in nationals this year in Sarasota, Florida. It should be a great show. We're going to also have Zeric Foster, who's the head of officials for the USFTL. He'll be on the show to talk about some of the common questions about rules for the event. So that's going to be great as well. This year, we're going to have the 5-on-5 division as well. It's the first time we have women's 5-on-5, and we've got double-figure teams already registered to play in that. So that's going to be an exciting division for the first time we're having this year in National. So we're definitely going to have a record-breaking number of teams participating in Nationals. So make sure you got your team signed up. Get them signed up today and get it paid for today so you don't get the $50 late charge. But the last deadline is Monday. They are cutting the deadline off on Monday. If you remember last year, we had about 6 or 7 teams that didn't get in because they missed the deadline, because years past they would let you get in late. They're not doing that anymore. We plan to have over 500 teams, so we're going to cut the deadline on Monday night and start getting organized and get the logistics put down and get the tournament ready to roll so we can have a smooth event in January. So get your teams registered, get in there, get them going. All right, for those of you that are watching, my man Craig Mims, one of the directors with the USFTL, is about to do a little update for his tournament this weekend. So if you want, at 9 o'clock, he's going to start his show, which is in about 10 minutes. You can look for Craig on Facebook under Craig Mims, M-I-M-M-S, and he'll be doing a Facebook Live to talk about his 11th annual Prep for Nationals tournament. It's going to be like a Toys for Tot drive, and he'll talk more about that. I don't want to talk all about his show, but he's going to let you know all about that. So check out his show, and I'm sure he'll touch a little bit about Nationals as well. So thanks for joining in, guys, and we'll see you next week. Once again, we're going to talk about the teams that have registered for Nationals for the women, and we'll also have Zeric Foster, the head of officials for the USFTL, on our show. So we should have a great show. And lastly, for all of you who look for a replay of this show, I deleted it from Facebook, I edited it, and then I put it back up on our YouTube page. So all of our shows, except for one, is on YouTube. So if you come looking for it tomorrow, you won't find it on my page, but you will find you'll find the link on my page. You won't find the actual live show because I usually delete it within a few hours and replace it with an edited version of the show. So we do that every week. So like I said, go to YouTube, look for Women's Flag Football Network, and be subscribed so you'll get an alert every time we put on a new show. All right, I'm Norman Carter, founder CEO of the Women's Flag Football Network. You guys have a good evening, and thanks for joining, and thanks for continually supporting what we do. Do you want to continue to see what's going on with the Women's Flag Football Network and keep up with women's flag football all around the world? Hit the subscribe button right here, somewhere. Hit the subscribe button and like our videos.